Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. So today I am doing a first impression on the Maybelline Color Tattoo Pure Pigments line, and the three colors that I have here are the Wild is Gold, the Black Mystery, and the Barely Brazen, which when I saw I was super excited about. Especially excited about this Barely Brazen color. It's a really nude color here. Oh, look at that. That's what it looks like on the tube. That's what it looks like in the jar container here. And let me show you Wild Gold. Ooh. This is the Wild Gold. And then this is the Black Mystery. It's like a glittery, smoky color. And so what I'm going to do today is basically put on some eyeshadow primer, maybe a base, and then put some of these on and give you my thoughts about it. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply my Rimmel London Exaggerate Undercover Eyeshadow Primer. I'm going to see. Remember when I was like, oh, this is going to get really gross after a few applications? Look at that. So lucky the formula is awesome. So I'm just going to apply this to my lid. All over my lid. And I'm going to apply it to the other side of my lid. So the colors I decided to use are Barely Brazen and the Wild Gold, because I'm really interested in seeing the pigmentation on this gold color. So I'm going to apply my NYX eyeshadow base in the skin tone. I'm going to apply that all over the lid. Then I'm going to take a regular brush like this, and you guys know the deal. I'm going to wet it because I am playing with pigments. And let's get started. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this, but I'm just going to pop some of this in the lid. I'm just going to dip my brush in there and pick up a little bit, like that. This looks really, really pigmented. Now it doesn't apply flaky at all. It looks really, really pigmented. And even though it is a light color that I chose, you can tell that it's on my lid, and it looks really subtle and really pretty. Like, it looks really pretty. Now I'm going to go in with the Wild Gold and put a little bit in the lid here, like that. Maybe a little bit more, like that. Just going to wet my brush again. it in here. And just tap. Let's see. Now I'm going to put it on the outer corners and inside. So let's see. Whoa. Just going to take my blending brush, wet it just a smidgen, and I'm going to see if I can work it into the lid without packing it on. So after applying this eye here and wetting my brush, I would say that wetting the brush makes it look a little scaly. And I would encourage you not to wet your brush. Now, packing it on without a wet brush is the better technique. Because if you can see here, just patting it on while it's dry versus wet, you can just see how scaly it looks. And it kind of diffuses the color, wetting it. I'm actually going to open up the Black Mystery and see how that smokes out. Just going to dip. It's not very wet. I'm going to dip my blending brush into the tube here. Let's see. See, it looks quite scaly. It just looks scaly to me. You know, for a pressed pigment, I was hoping this would be like super pigmented and very easy to work with, but it's kind of not. And it just looks a little chalky too when you don't wet it. See, this is what it looks like when you don't wet it. I mean, the color is okay when you build it, but it just, and then when you wet it, it looks really scaly and just really dull. For a pressed pigment, the color should just, it should pop. It really should. And this didn't do it for me. I mean, I will use it because it is a nice, they do have great colors, but it's a little lackluster for me. Like I said, when you first apply the color, it is rather dull. So I thought maybe by wetting my brush, it would kind of bring out the color more, but instead what it did was make the color look really scaly on my eye. So I went on to the next eye and applied it dry, and the color just isn't popping. It's not popping like it should with a pressed pigment. But, you know, I don't want to say, oh, it's drugstore, because I tried a lot of color or a lot of products from the drugstore that are pretty awesome. But this just didn't do it for me. I am still a huge fan of the Color Tattoo Cream Shadow, and I was hoping that this would like be as awesome, but it's not. So unfortunately, this doesn't get rave reviews on, you know, my first impression. I guess I'd have to work with it a little more. I do want it to work because, like I said, I love this line, this Color Tattoo line, and but I guess we're just gonna have to give it some more time. And I look a little crazy right now because I got gold on this one, I got a smoky on this one. I mean, The things I do for YouTube. The things I do for YouTube. Thank you so much for watching my first impression on the Maybelline Color Tattoo Pure Pigments. I hope this helped some of you. Unfortunately, I can't give my, stamp of approval on these, but I am really wanting these to work, so I will be using them throughout the week to see if, my mind changes in any way, but please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to talk to you guys soon. This is not a good look, but thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. Bye.